the cost of the car battery and the battery size relative to these home batteries is a huge difference. The way the rate charges are, I would be much more interested in possibly doing it during peak periods.
You can draw energy off of your approximately 60 kilowatt hour battery in your car during that 4 to 9 p.m. And then maybe you don't even want to recharge the battery until you can use the eco mode the next day.
So I would love to use my car for bi-directional charging, home backup.
The smarter way to go solar.
All right, so this afternoon I'm here with Seymour. We're at V2X Day, V2X Experience Day here at Indispec headquarters in San Jose. And Seymour, just wanted to chat with you a little bit. What caused you to want to come out to participate in the V2X Experience Day?
No, I've been interested in V2X since I first learned about it, right? Exactly what we're talking about, where the cost of the car battery and the battery size relative to these home batteries is a huge difference. So I would love to use my car for bi-directional charging, home backup. And my PG&E system, fortunately, is not as bad as others in terms of power outages, but the concept of having the backup, having the sunlight backup with my solar system just sounds great to me.
That's great. So tell us about the gear that you have. Is this a Tesla Model 3 or Model
This
S?
is a 2023 Model 3, the last rear-wheel drive with LFP batteries, the last round of cars before it switched over to Highland.
Cool, okay. And is this, do you know what the kilowatt hour capacity of your vehicle battery is?
Tesla's kind of not exactly revealing, but my understanding is it's about 60.
About 60 kilowatt hours, okay. So that's pretty big though, as far as for a home battery.
Yeah, that's huge for a home battery.
Now, do you have solar panels on your home already?
Yeah, so I have a 4.18 kilowatts N-phase kilowatt system on my home.
Okay.
It's a tiny system. I got it before I got the Tesla, but I guess I don't use a lot of power, and I have not gone heat pump.
Got it. Okay, so 4.18, it's an N-phase microinverter based system. And are you here in PG&E territory?
Well, we're kind of weird here, right? Technically, my energy company is Peninsula Clean Energy, but we're supplied by PG&E.
Okay.
Right, so we get a tiny discount buying our energy from Peninsula Clean Energy.
So what kind of arrangement do you have then with the Peninsula Clean Energy? Are you on a net metering agreement or?
Yeah, I'm on NEM 2.0.
NEM 2. Okay, so you're still getting a pretty decent credit compared to the NEM 3 that's been out there now. So was your interest in bidirectional technology then more for emergency backup purposes, or would you envision using your vehicle battery on a more routine basis?
I think primarily it's for emergency backup, but then the way the rate charges are, I would be much more interested in possibly doing it during peak periods.
Okay.
As well, using it for peak energy as well, for peak pricing between 4 and 9.
So even with your NEM 2 agreement, you still get charged peak rates between the 4 and 9 p.m.
Yeah, the energy does require me to switch to time of use.
Okay.
And so my system, I have peak pricing between 4 and 9 p.m.
Makes sense. Okay, so that's another potential application. Then, if you can consume your heavy load demand from your vehicle battery, and then I suppose after midnight is pretty cheap, right? If you have to recharge on off-peak hours.
No, that doesn't work that way here.
No, all right, so how does it work? Because I know you guys deal with much higher rates here than what we have on the East Coast.
Yeah, we have peak and not. Well, in my case, we have peak and non-peak. So peak is 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. basically when everyone's home.
Okay.
And then for the rest of the time, it's non-peak. That's the most common system. There is a EV rate system, but that's just outrageous. It has the non-peak is actually more expensive than the non-peak I'm on right now, and then the peak is 63 cents a kilowatt hour.
Yeah, again, I hear numbers like that, and every time I come out here, the number gets worse. By the way,
well, yeah, that's what PG&E does.
That's what they do, yeah. But the cool thing about it is, like you said, okay, so if all we really have to do is avoid the peak, 4 to 9 p.m., you can draw energy off of your approximately 60 kilowatt hour battery in your car during that 4 to 9 p.m., and then maybe you don't even want to recharge the battery until you can use the eco mode the next day. Because I understand the SigenStor has a mode where you will only charge the vehicle with excess solar. So that way you're not having to buy that energy from the power company. You're just using whatever extra solar your home doesn't need during the middle of the day.
Right, but that's why I asked the question, the granularity, because it's only in 1 amp increments, and like I said, I only have a 4 kilowatt system. So that's not that big of a deal to me to be able to do that. If I had a larger system, I think that'd be nice. But um, like I guess when we go back to PG&E rates, right now in winter months, if just 8 months of the year, it's only about 3 cents difference between peak and off peak per kilowatt hour. But when we get to summer, it becomes like a dime. So then that's more. So the 4 months of summer is when I would probably be using the battery for peak costs.
Peak rate avoidance, yeah. Well, I guess it's just an extra bonus too, because, I mean, in many ways, you've already absorbed the cost of the vehicle anyway, so you already own the battery.
Yeah.
The emergency backup gives you that peace of mind, but then if you can use the system for peak rate avoidance, it can help lower your cost basis even further.
Absolutely, and then like even recently, I had PG&E change my transformer, and I've during my peak sunlight periods, right, my solar is knocked out. So that's another benefit I would like to have because I may not have that many outages per year, or unexpected outages, but recently I've had several outages due to preventive maintenance from from the grid, from the utility.
Makes sense.
So,
Well, great. There's a lot you can do with it. Seymour, thank you for taking time to chat with us. Again, folks, this has been a brief chat with Seymour here. We're at the V2X Experience Day, sponsored by SIG Energy here at Induspec headquarters in San Jose, and we've just demonstrated successful bidirectional operation with the Tesla Model 3.